Alright guys, we're back and I've done a little bit of work on Starland. It's been a long day at work. I've done a lot of work on Star Wars Land. And I'm going to show you right now. Coming through here. Actually, if for any of you guys that are new, we might as well just show you starting at the beginning of this park though. Hold up a minute. So basically, if you're new and you haven't been keeping up with this, this is episode 10 of Adventure Point. Just a random little park that I started on with the premise of really heavily Islands of Adventure type themed, where, you know, you have stuff, different kind of themes all over. So basically, you know, you come into the adventure area right here from the start, and you make your way down pretty much the little main strip here. Go by a couple shops, restaurant, come to the first big bridge. Over here off to your right is a really, really awesome Mexican restaurant by Nighty. So big shout out to Mr. Pollard for putting this on the workshop and letting little dweebs like me grab it up. So that is the real first big restaurant that you come across off to the right. If you don't go that way, coming across this bridge, you make your way to your first decision point. You can go on straight through Frontier Pass, or you can hang a left and go on to Studio Walk. So I'll show you this right here. And they just ran through that pole and fence. Sorry. Come through here. Got my little makeshift rock climbing wall that we really wish people could actually use. I think that would be pretty cool to watch these little guests climb up this wall. You make your way over here and you get to Frontierland's Frontier Pass, main attraction, which is a kind of like a heavily inspired Fire Chaser Express coaster. And basically the premise of it is you're a volunteer firefighter, and there is a big fire over here on the ridge, over here on the mountain here. And yeah, you kind of race your way up and down these valleys and cliffs and try to put the fire out. So this took up a lot of space, probably more than I originally intended it to, but that's okay. Sometimes it happens. And I just kind of ran with it. It ended up being such a cool idea, and it just fit the area so well. And it lags a pretty good bit now because this park's getting fairly large. It's got about 24,000 different pieces. So yeah, it lags a little bit on us, but it's nothing that's gonna stop us. But anyway, so yeah, that is Fire Mountain coming along there. And then basically that section ends. It dead ends out there past the restaurant. You can kind of take your long way around to the Pirates Cove area. But basically, once you get, if you decide not to go to Frontier Pass, you come over here to the Studio Walk area. So you've got the arcade, you've got a kind of like the Transformers 3D implied dark ride. I built this Optimus Prime and the facade here. All of that is available on the workshop right now, so you can go grab him, grab the ride, grab Bumblebee, or, you know, just individually take it off there if you like. Got a really cool Western style town hall here from Jonty, Geekism, if you've been keeping up with his stuff. So they've got like a little kind of like a firefight going on over there in front of the town hall. And I thought that was just really cool to kind of tie in with the movie theme. You could even tie it in with like Back to the Future type stuff, like if I wanted to like maybe just remove these guys and put my DeLorean out front, that would work there as well, I believe. Then you kind of make your way over here. We've repositioned Bates Motel. So like I've mentioned before, we've got the little creepy Norman down there peeking through the windows. What else do we got? Oh, we got the green screen here to where you can stand in front of it with your family and stuff. And I just figured I've got these movie cameras I found on the workshop here, and they could impose different backgrounds from movies and stuff in your pictures, or maybe get you a little video that you can in turn go over here to the studio tour, and you can go in there and buy it. So that was pretty cool. Got the Ecto 1 out here. Haven't started on the Mad Max Fury Road actual coaster yet. So definitely got to get started on that. That's kind of blank out that way. But the pirate area kind of took priority over everything. Probably here for about the last 2 weeks. Kind of getting that finished. Probably, to be honest with you, got the big Amok Peak. The what we hope is the dormant volcano back there. Probably one of the funnest areas I have built in Planet Coaster to date. Everything ended up working out good as far as, like, I was able to make the path huge. Remember, using your Z key, holding down the Z key while you're building your paths, really helped with that. And I just had a few splits in the path that I couldn't help, but it really looks good because there were no splits out here. It just looks like one big plaza area, and that is what you're after. It looks awesome when you can make that happen. So yes, don't forget to use your Z key, and you can get these big plaza areas. You can get them going like this. Break off there. You can either make your way to Manta's Revenge, the invert over here, and the kind of like the premier coaster of Pirates Cove, or you can go over here. One of my favorite areas of Universal Studios Hollywood is the Waterworld show. I've got it put together with all the VFX, and I just think the stadium just turned out awesome. It'd be really cool. I mentioned to some people on Twitter if we actually had fireworks and kind of stuff like that to set off during the show. But, you know, nonetheless, what they've given us, I think it works out really good. I've got the flamethrower up there and all that, but let's get to what you really came for. We have started the Star Wars expansion. So basically, when you come through here, there's right now there's one way to get through to Star Wars Land, and is under. Oh, I need to get some trash cans and handyman over here. This is ridiculous. Go under Amok Peak, and that is when you get to the entrance of Star Wars Land. And, you know, I want to give you guys, you know, it is not my best work. It is a little bit forced, and not like the Force, you know, not in the good way. This whole area is a little forced. But it really, that goes into the thought of once we get more pieces and once more, like maybe expansions come out and whatnot, I want to do a proper Star Wars actual standalone theme park one day. And this is more of just like, I'd say, a test palette, for me. So just look at this as not like, man, Sdanwolf really sucked up that Star Wars land. This is more of me just a good area to try out different ideas. One thing that I thought came out pretty cool, found these pod racers on the workshop, found Ray's speeder bike on the workshop, and then I built like a Ray's Garage gift shop around around those awesome props that I found on there. Then you've got the kind of like the Star Wars themed Gulpy Rex. Kind of made it look like an old, like this part right here, look like an old kind of Jedi temple facade. You got a Street Fox Coffee. You've got some of the Imperial Walkers, the ATST, the AT-AT Walkers out here kind of on patrol. Got a couple different, got a Flat Ride over here. The Looper, I thought goes really well with the whole Star Wars land. Back here, I've got like an implied Rancor 3D Dark Ride. Thought that come out pretty cool. Found this on the workshop as well. I'll have to link all those down below because whoever I got these from, I'll write them down like in my booklet before I start this. But I totally have forgotten to write their names down. I think I've given them proper shout outs on Facebook and Twitter, but the only one I can remember right off the top of my head is Mufu T, because he's come up with these awesome, very, very realistic and true to form Star Wars ATST and AT-AT Walkers, and also his amazing Falcon. Yes, this is Mufu T's Millennium Falcon. Gonna hopefully have walled this off a little bit over here for a kind of like a Falcon, just like a meet and greet photo area back in that corner. We've got the I think this was DJ Tech's indoor shield, and hopefully I've left enough room right here for a type launch coaster. So that's kind of what we're going for right here. I think I left enough room, maybe a little tight, but I think there's enough to do it justice. I think you can come out here long enough and spin back and forth and be able to tell the story on that. Of course, I'll have all the trees in here after I get the track laid. So yeah, that is pretty much the recap, guys, of Star Wars Land. The whole Star Wars expansion so far. So let me know your comments down below and what you think I might need to try, or if there's anything you'd like to see. If you'd like to see Star Wars Land maybe a little bigger. I definitely have room to expand out this way because you see it kind of, it ends me right here. So may have enough room out here for maybe another village area with some more shops and restaurants. Or, if you think this is fine back here, especially once I get the coaster in, let me know that too, and we'll take it from there and just and leave it be. And probably time to actually come all the way back here to the Temple Market and start expanding out this way. Because right now, pretty much they come in and everything goes pretty much to the northeast. So we need to start coming out this way because look at all of this space over here. Talking to a couple guys on YouTube that have been leaving me comments. They were talking about a really awesome idea to do like an ancient type forgotten temple type area. One even took it as far as to go back and do like what one of the sections of Animal Kingdom was supposed to be. I remember it was supposed to be, it was eventually, they were planning to have a beastly kingdom, with dragons and all kinds of stuff like that. That type of area was originally intended to go into Animal Kingdom, but right when all that was going down, that is when the major Disney budget cuts started, and so the plans for it were scrapped. And there was going to be a beastly section, and also there was originally going to be a Greek kind of mythology section even. So may look into that and might get some kind of Greek kind of temple Roman area, and maybe another jungle type you know, Forbidden Temple type area over here too. So, you know, I'm saying we are primed to expand this. I've still got ideas coming, still enjoy working on it. I haven't gotten to that point yet where I do with a lot of my parks, kind of like Geyser Springs. Sometimes you get to a point with these parks, and I know sometimes it lets you guys down, and you're like, oh man, Dan, why did you abandon that? You had so much more to do. Sometimes just for the creative side in my brain, I have to end stuff. Like I have to start new ideas on fresh maps. And some of it's not just for the creative side, but some of it is for the lag side as well. Sometimes these parks, they just get so big and there are so many pieces that it becomes hard to build actually inside the park, and you'll find yourself building stuff for this park on a totally different map, and you really lose the style and the atmosphere a lot of times when you go to resort to having to do that. So this park isn't to that yet. I mean, I know it might seem a little laggy to you, but I can still pretty much build without any issues. So Star Wars Land is still going strong. Still got some ideas flowing for it. The thing we just got to start coming up with is what to do out here. And, you know, just hopefully I can keep my incredibly small attention span and not abandon this on you guys to go start something else and just kind of dump it off in the workshop, kind of like I did with Geyser Springs. I loved Geyser Springs, but mentally I was just at the end of it. I felt like I was kind of boxed in with the rustic theme. So that's some of the backstory on that. It just, I needed something new, and this Adventure Point was my something new. It's what, being burnt out with Geyser Springs is what led to Adventure Point. So, you know, that's it. It happens. It's a game. It's you know, it's just sometimes that's how it goes down. One more thing before I let you go, guys. Don't forget to check out my new series, my Google Travel Maps series, where I will literally come to your city on Google Maps, and we will do a whole review of your city and of your layout. So if you will leave me a comment section down below, or go find episode 1 and episode 2, leave me a comment on those, and if Google Maps has come to your city, we will do a review on it. I will drop in on you from most of the time what ends up being over 3,000 miles away. So we will do a review of your city wherever you're at if Google Maps has been there. So thanks again, and I will catch you guys next time.
Hey.